This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch Derek Carr grow as a pro. When he was a rookie, they tried to game plan around him so that he didn't have too much responsibility. Now, I don't think they can heap enough things on his shoulders because they know he can handle it.
Running is Jacobs. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And we take a look at the Bills' defense.
Trent Murphy's #1 attribute is playing against the run, but he continues to work hard on his pass rush skills.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the
of the game, they've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here's the Raiders punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. It's Josh Allen that'll be orchestrating the offense, a 6'5" quarterback from Wyoming. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Quickly now, here's the Buffalo offense.
And last night we were discussing some of the changes they've made offensively during the offseason, and we know it helps for them to have the first game at home. Hopefully this crowd, which we saw coming in, they've been here for a while, ready to go. You and I should have joined the tailgates, that's for sure. They're going to give them plenty of encouragement. They'll try and ride that wave and get their first victory of the year.
Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. And we take a look now at the defense for the Raiders.
In a league where the vast majority of guys play hard on every snap, Marcus Golden stands out for me because I've seen this guy play with so much passion and came out of college as a defensive end. They talked about making him an outside linebacker, but they figured out his strength, putting his hand on the ground, rushing the passer with a lot of force and a lot of will.
And Diggs has it. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The end result, 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's Allen. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 2nd and 10, Carr.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That was Jordan Poyer, the safety, in for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. Twisting away. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Out of the backfield, it's T.J. Yeldon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9 there on the dump-off, but it's not enough. It's 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. On 2nd and 9. Carr. And this is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Trent Murphy. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Here's Singletary. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a 1st down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And now they'll throw with Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. 30. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week one, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. On the ground, it's Singletary. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen, he finds Yeldon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Allen. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Singletary. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to drop something good here on 3rd and 13. On 3rd and long, it's Allen.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Carr going to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's the Raiders punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. This is taken at the 23. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, Singletary. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble. From midfield, here's Allen. That one complete to Yeldon. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Allen now looks to throw. And this one caught by Beasley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one goes against Deion Dawkins. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll run here with Singletary. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So out come the Raiders. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Run coverage excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
On play action, now Carr. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there.
On first down, Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Field looks like, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. To throw, it's Carr. Aguilar has it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer. From the 31, Carr will find his tight end. That's Waller. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Carl come up here with a 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. He's got the first down inside the 10, and all the way down to the 5. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 2nd and goal, Carr. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Raiders have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. He's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Allen now throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Draw play. This is Yeldon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game, it's been the play of Derek Carr that's led the way. His guys have the lead at Buffalo as we get you back to New Era Field and rejoin Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a run with Singletary. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And able to find John Brown. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
Here's Allen to throw it. Flush to his... And he will score! Touchdown, Buffalo! Josh Allen, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 14. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. It sets him back for second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing on second and long. Carr, and he'll find Moreau here. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. On play action, it's Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line. First down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Throwing now is Carr. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up. And that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On second down, here's Yeldon. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Let's go.
Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. And you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. On 2nd and 7, Carr, and that'll be incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Carr. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And a line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Alone.
They will run with Singletary. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the 36, Allen, and it's incomplete.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
Here's Allen, and this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
That's what he's done here in this one so far. Now a carry for Jacobs. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
That's it, baby.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Allen now on first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen, it's complete to Diggs. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And again, it's Allen. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case,
it'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Here's the Raiders punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen, and he finds Beasley, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. This one caught by Davis. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run a draw now with Singletary. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. first down. Allen into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Carr now on first down. And that is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw, and he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Here. A shotgun handoff now to Yeldon. And that backing core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Allen going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. They will run the draw with Jacobs, and he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Carr. That's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Allen now looks to throw, sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Here we go.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. He'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. He's back to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Well, the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. To throw is Allen. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Rolling to his right. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner. And he was able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Here's Jacobs. Trent Murphy, the one to bring him down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. This from long, very long range. So it was a golden chance to go ahead here in the final moments, but he misses for a 2nd time in this game.
Brandon, either one of those go, and they might be on their way to a victory. Instead, they're going to have to hold on here defensively just to force overtime.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. To throw, it's Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. First throw of overtime for Carr toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On first down, it's Jacobs. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And the Bills getting set to go. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Again, it's Yeldon. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Allen. And that is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
And now here come the Raiders. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Point into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for Oakland, they needed overtime to do it, but they get the Week 1 victory thanks to the field goal. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.